Hello everybody and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Path to Ascension campaign. My name is Josh, I shall be your game master for tonight, and as you can see I am joined by somebody who is neither Chris, Nat or Tom. We have another guest coming in for a couple of sessions. I will get them to introduce themselves now. And the character that, should we say who you're playing now or should we wait?
I don't know, it's your game.
This is true. Yeah, just say who you're playing, yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Silver, the Raven, Meladata, who also uses she, her pronouns. That's right, she's back after 5 or 6 years! Silver is, for those of you who have not followed us from that far back, Silver is a Dhampir Phantom Rogue, and I don't know, do you want to know what she looks like, or is that an in-game thing?
You can tell us what she looks like if you want to. Her hero forge will appear there right now, but yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, so she's about 5'10", very lithe, a little bit muscular, with very short black hair that's slicked back with just a little bit hanging out, very pink eyes, fangs peek through. Lovely, lovely strong makeup, winged eyeliner, little pointy bits, red lipstick, the works. Clad in very shiny leather with lots and lots of necklaces and boots that can really kick the patriarchy's ass. Not that she's really about that. Or she wouldn't say that anyway in so many words. Is the patriarchy a thing in this world? I don't think it is, so she wouldn't kick its butt. I'm rambling now. Yeah, she's cool, or at least she would very much like to be.
Very goth.
Very goth. Long, shiny leather trench coat. It's me manifesting the trench coat that will come into my life next year.
Looks like she's walked right out of Barovia.
Yeah, right out of Barovia, right out of the Underworld movies. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I love the Underworld movies, yes.
Absolute edgelord, yeah.
Got the image in my head, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale, but with pink eyes. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Well, before we get into tonight's session, we have a couple of sponsors and supporters that we'd like to thank. We are proud to be sponsored by Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition Roll Together dice, which I have right here. And if you use the code Roll Together, all caps, at checkout, you can get yourself 25% off of your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. If you type in exclamation point code into chat right now, you'll get yourself a code for a free Electrum chest, which you can use to get items to power up your heroes as you collect them and battle through waves of monsters for free on various different devices, including fridges and freezers and microwaves, if you have the smart kind. We are also proud to be supported by Homie&theDude. They are a TTRPG group that make various different supplement books, not just for D&D, but for all kinds of different types of TTRPGs. They've got The Wandering Tavern and Scorched Basin, and if you want to check them out, you can follow the links in the chat or in the description below, and you can see if they have any other Kickstarters going on at this point. And if you're interested in buying any of their stuff, if you type in Roll Together, all caps at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase. Massive thank you to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic, they are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Roll Together HQ because the kobolds need the goat, by following all of the links in chat or in the description below. Speaking of the description below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below, because it helps the algorithm tell us what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, so we are here for Silver's one-on-one. Silver is going to be joining the party for a little bit so we can find out what... I think one of the things is, as Evie said in the introduction, that we've not seen Silver. Anybody who's been a regular viewer of Roll Together has not seen Silver since 2021, so four or 5 years at this point. So I think it might be good to get a little bit of a introduction to Silver, and also a maybe what Silver has been up to over the past, I think in game, I think only about a year, maybe 6 months has actually passed. So it's not really been that long.
Oh, she's still. If it's only 6 months, she's still 19. She's
It's
baby.
Yeah, I think it's like between 6 and 12 months has passed. I think I could be completely wrong, and somebody will correct me in chat. But I definitely no longer than a year has passed. I know that.
I'm going to say she's about to turn 20.
Yeah, that
Her
sounds good.
birthday is on the horizon. It's nearly here.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be one of those moments where your birthday's on the horizon, but it never comes. Because
Are you going to kill me? Is that where we're going? I'm already undead.
I'm not planning to give you a true death, but you know, it's a bit
I've already died.
Yeah, it's a bit like an Aeodrin, and 3 days was like 20 sessions, so
yeah.
Silver's birthday might be like 60 episodes.
And then the campaign ends, and just before the birthday party.
Well, this campaign isn't. I mean, if it ends up going for 60 sessions on top of what we've already done, then I've done something really wrong.
Oops.
Whoops, I've really messed the world up. Anyway, Evie, could you please introduce us to Silver, and what has Silver been up to during the time that we've not seen them?
Oh, so the last big campaign a Silver was in was Gloomfalls and Baldur's Gate, in which her sibling, LaRouche, affectionately nicknamed LaDouche, killed not only most of the Meladata family, including her dad, in a quite bloody fashion, and also a lot of other people, and tried to become the avatar to the dead god Mask. Silver then killed them and scattered their ashes to the wind, and formed the Monster Hunters with their best friend Trix, and went around hunting monsters with interns as their masked vigilante alter ego, the Raven, that she very much got going as a thing. Canonically, it's not just in her head now. Since then, she's been doing a bit of work with the Monster Hunters, but has also been travelling about, trying to find a new vessel for her dad's body, because that's something at the end of the campaign, is Silver captured her dad's soul in a soul trinket, and George's dice failed to make the check to give him a new body. So now it falls to me to try and find him a new one, or a wizard that doesn't have terrible dice. George, I will never forgive you. I joke, I might. Give me time. She's also been travelling around looking for her mum, who left many years ago, leaving her lovely companion, the bat, Jeffro. Not really found her. Not hide nor hair of her. She's almost like she disappeared or never existed in the first place. Who can say? But has not been able to make much ground with getting a body for dear old dad or locating Mumsy. So, yep.
Awesome. There's quite a few things to sort of unpack with all of that. I think the first thing that we should say is that both father and sibling have been seen in Path to Ascension already. They were seen in Ildra's one-on-one, which was a flashback on Ildra. So we saw how Ildra became a Dhampir, and the connection that Ildra has with your father. So if anybody wants to have a refresh on that, both Gloomfalls on Baldur's Gate and all previous episodes of Path to Ascension are on our YouTube, so you can go check all of those out to catch yourself up on any of the story beats that we've had with Silver, Ildra, or anything else. But moving on to what we're getting to right now, yes, you've been travelling around since the events of Gloomfalls and Baldur's Gate and a couple of Monster Hunter one-shots that have happened as well that you've appeared in, trying to find out information on your mother, and it became pretty apparent very quickly that there is no sign or record of who she was at all. There are a couple of like elven libraries that have sort of like ancestry.com type situations where they've taken your information and they're doing sort of like magical research into your family tree and all of that sort of stuff. But Yeah, nobody knows how old she is, so it could be very difficult to find who or where she is. So that's something that you've kind of put on the byline for a little while. So your main focus has been on trying to find a way to bring your father back, whether that's by putting his soul into another body or just creating a new body in total. Obviously, with it being the world of D&D, you think the easiest thing would be just to find somebody who can cast a wish spell and just bring him back, but that's few. Those people are very few and far between. So there are other means of what you need to do to find that out. And you have recently discovered, or have come across the information that there is not a circus. There is a traveling caravan that is on its way through Baldur's Gate currently, and that caravan has got a fortune teller on board, somebody who's very prolific in tarot card readings and knows a lot of knowledge about different alternative ways to resurrect somebody. For the purposes of this, that person is called Madame Ava, because I'm going to link it to Curse of Strahd.
Wait, Ava's here?
Not that Ava, but
Different Ava.
Different Ava. The old lady Ava from Barovia is here.
Mm-hmm.
Or is currently in Baldur's Gate, travelling through, picking up maybe some adventurers to travel back to Barovia with. Yes, so a caravan of Vistani basically have travelled to Baldur's Gate and are looking to collect adventurers and to take back to Barovia, and are doing some sort of circus type tricks and things to earn a bit of coin and all of that sort of stuff. So it's the first time you've been back to Baldur's Gate for quite a while, because like you said, you've been traveling around. I think in one of Sean's games, it was either yourself or Tom mentioned that Amaryllis and Silver had been in contact with each other quite recently. So you'd been seen
they
up
haven't.
there. Was that not the thing?
No, it was that Arcana had spoken to Silver, who passed through, who then had her business card.
Yes, that's what it was, because Amaryllis got upset because Silver hadn't contacted them. Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction on that, yes. I was in it. I should remember this.
You've been in a lot of games.
It's been a while since we did that one, so...
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so you have travelled back to Baldur's Gate in searching for this person called Madame Ava, and as you enter through the streets, sort of make your way through the streets of Baldur's Gate, a lot of memories flash through of the last time you were here, which was obviously when the gloom had hit the city. But you can hear lots of cheers and sounds of happiness and sort of very sort of festive spirits are up and everything as you come across this caravan that's sort of in a main marketplace area, sort of set up sort of around in a sort of semicircle. There's three main carts. You did, as you walked into the city, you did see a couple of smaller carts on the outside where a lot of them would be sleeping and stuff, because the Vistani are nomadic in nature. They like to travel around and sleep in their caravans and things. But the three main ones that are in Baldur's Gate are like the performance carts. They're the ones that have all of the gear in for all of their performances. And the one that's in the centre, it's opened up out the side of it, and it's got a long purple sort of covering that's come out, that's sort of formed into a tent, and it says fortune telling over the top. And yeah, that's where you can go into to find out your fortune if you'd like to.
So, I would like to, because I like the aesthetic of them tarot cards, or those tarocca cards, I should say.
Mm.
But I'm going to make an entrance in style, rather than just walking through the front. I'm going to circle round to the back, and I'm going to use my ring of phasing to phase through the wall and stick to the shadows to see if I can have a dramatic entrance.
Cool. I'm going to ask you for a stealth check, and I need to make a roll. Okay.
I got 31.
Lovely. Okay, so as you step through, sort of phase through the tent, as it were, and come into this little fortune area, you can see that the way that you'd think that if you were to go through the main entrance, it would be set up so Madame Ava is facing whoever walks through the main entrance, but it's set up in a way so you're phasing through, say, the sort of top left part of the tent. Madame Ava is facing you as you phase through, so she's got her back to the main entrance, but as you phase through and keep to the darkness, you hear her go, oh, I didn't. You came through a lot quicker than what I thought you were going to.
I was supposed to have a dramatic entrance. Sorry, can you let me do that again? Can you face the other way?
Certainly, yes. She sort of turns round. Do that again.
1 second. I run back and I will face through again, strike a pose and just say, nice cards.
She turns around. She's like, oh, yes, that is a much better entrance. I apologize. My ability for divination can sometimes ruin grand entrances and all of that. So, but yes, Melodata, is that correct?
Call me Silver.
Silver, right. Yes, you have a certain familiar aesthetic to you that is quite pleasing, actually. But yes, hello.
Sorry, has there been someone else with my look? I need to keep on this. This is branding.
Just where I come from, a place that I travel through quite a lot, there are a lot of people who look similar to you. Your style is still quite unique, but it's quite yes, in that sort of vein, as it were.
Oh, you are familiar with those who lurk in the shadows, with the undead.
Oh yes, very much so, yes. Big grin on her face. You see she's got a very sort of like raven hooked nose, very sort of frazzly grey hair. She's draped in purple, blues, oranges, pinks, very sort of eclectic colours all around her, and very long, elongated fingers the entire time have been sort of flicking at cards and shuffling them while you've been talking.
She is familiar with vampires. Can I do an insight check of some sort to see how she feels about them?
Go for it, yeah.
Okay, that is 29.
Oh my god. High level
Level
play,
16,
everybody.
baby.
What game are we playing? Are we playing Dungeons and Dragons or are we playing Pathfinder? That is some high numbers. Yes. Looking at her, I'd say that she doesn't seem... She's not taken aback by your appearance. There's no level of disgust in her look or in her tone towards you. One of the very few people who you've spoken to who seems indifferent about vampires.
I think that unnerves me slightly, and I just kind of clear my throat and just go, just so you know, I'm one of the good Dhampir. I'm not one of the bad ones that will just, kill indiscriminately and suck your blood or whatever. I'm one of the good ones. I'm not, that's all a little gauche for me.
That's perfectly understandable. I probably wouldn't have been here if I'd thought that you were going to bring harm to me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm used to people when they're like, "Oh, you're a vampire," or "Dhampir," or whatever. They're usually like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared you're going to suck my blood," or they're like, "Oh my god, you are the coolest person I've ever seen in my life. Let me be your thrall." There's very little in between.
I'm surrounded by it quite a lot, so it's of no indifference to me.
There's no indifference for you. So you're not indifferent?
Well, I mean, I have no ill intentions towards anyone, any other Dhampirs or anything. I see them quite regularly. Quite a few come to my tents to have their fortunes read to them, have asked is there a way for them to remove their undeadness? Is there a way for them to further their undeadness? All of this sort of stuff. I get all of these types of questions. There's some that want to evolve, some that want to be human again. So I'm used to it.
We're just people. That's what I keep trying to tell everyone. Like, there's good people and bad people. There's all different shades of the undead. But so I'm now just kind of sitting down quite comfortably on a chair with my feet up on the table.
Exactly. There are, as there are with the living, there are good eggs and there are bad eggs. You cannot lump all into one basket.
Exactly. You know, you're a real one. You seem so on the level, Madam.
Ava, my name is Madam Ava.
Madam Ava. Right, yeah, of course, absolutely. Now, tell me about these cards. Like, are they on the table?
She's still shuffling them in her hand at the moment, and she sort of spreads them about and then picks them back up again and shuffles them. And she's just continuously, it's almost like a tick. She's continuously shuffling them.
You're doing like the fancy shuffles as well.
Every now and then, yeah, you do you watch as they sort of spread along her exceptionally long fingers, and her nails are really long as well. She's sort of flicking them around and shuffling them.
Wide eyes.
Have you ever seen like a picture of like the person with the longest fingernails in the world sort of thing, and they're like this long sort of thing?
Yes.
Start curling over. They're not quite that long, but they are ridiculously long. Her pinky finger is ridiculously long.
Specifically pinky finger.
The rest are quite long, but the pinky finger on her left hand is ridiculously long.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing in Wheel of Time. So I got into the Wheel of Time TV series this year. I'm distraught that it was cancelled. There are people with long pinky fingers. Yeah,
I think it's a Romanian thing as well, to be fair. I've known quite a few Romanian people who have quite long pinky fingers.
Fair enough.
Nails. So, but yeah. Anyway, yes, she's shuffling them. I'm actually going to pull up a tarot deck. Should we do a proper tarot reading? Let's do it.
Yes, absolutely. And I will say, while she has been shuffling and she erased them out, Silver is quite comfortable, but with eyes completely wide, like very impressed with the cards, which I imagine are quite impressive.
The artwork on them is absolutely stunning.
Ooh.
You can mainly only see the back of the cards because she likes to try and keep the front of the cards very much sort of to her chest. So she pulls out, she's been shuffling these cards for quite a while, and she looks over towards you. Would you care for a reading, or would you like me to tell you, would you like any information on anything in particular? I have a couple of tricks that are up my sleeve, and you watch as she's still shuffling the deck with one hand because her fingers are really long, and she reaches into her robes and she pulls out a purple leathered sack and puts it down onto the table, and you hear like the chink of gold, and opens it up for a small price, of course. Goes back to shuffle number 2. I've got cards here. I could just literally shuffle them.
Shuffle them.
Literally do this. I'm probably going to ruin whatever it was these cards were doing. She's literally going, yes. I can't do the whole trick thing. I'm not that good, but yes.
You should have practiced for the specific stream, Josh.
I should have. I've been wanting to do magic tricks, and I should have practiced, and I am sorry that I have let everybody down. Yes, what is it you'd like?
I can't. What is it, either or? Can I not have a reading and then ask for some specifics?
If you're willing to pay the gold for it, of course.
Yeah. I have so much money to burn. I can pay.
A tarot reading will cost you 2 gold pieces. Giving you information on an item in particular will cost you 10 gold pieces.
This is daylight robbery.
I mean, giving you information on an item is the exact same price that you would spend on an identify spell, roughly.
What if I pay you 10 gold pieces and you give me something so cryptic that it could literally just be a horoscope?
That is the risk that you take when you come to see a fortune teller.
Well, let's start with the reading and see where we go from there. I'm watching you.
Excellent. Right. So what I'd like you to do first, Tarocca deck, which is what we are going to be rolling from, has 54 cards in it. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is to roll me a d20. 1 to 10 is going to be from the common deck, and a 11 to 20 is going to be from the high deck.
It was 15.
15. So we're going to be rolling from the high deck. So I would like for you to roll for me, please, another d20.
It's a 19.
19. Cool. So... okay, so... Oh, I need to know what the descriptions of the cards are. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? I know what this one is. Let me just find it quickly. Aha, okay. So...
10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
The fucking nerve.
She spreads the cards out along the sort of... the table and pulls them back up into a deck and puts it down. She then takes the top card off and she then takes the top 3 cards off and she places them all down. She moves her hand to the right card and she flicks it over. And as she flicks it over, you can see that it is the picture of what looks to be like a cellar or a prison or something that's underground, a stairwell leading down, 2 doors, a chain hanging from above, and the card itself says the Don John card. Ah, interesting. So, experiencing isolation and imprisonment, maybe? Or maybe you're being very conservative in thinking that your own beliefs have led you to prison, or you're carrying around, or you know of somebody who is imprisoned currently. Interesting.
I give nothing away. I say in character.
Ah, like that, is it? Could you roll me another d20, please?
Yep. There's a 16.
16, and then another d20.
A 9.
9. Oh, interesting. As her hand moves over to the left card, leaving the center one for last, she flicks it over and you can see a young female representing person with a flowered crown or circlet on her head, stood there with a sly, like innocent look on her face, with the backdrop of a grand room, like a room within a fancy house or in a mansion or something. And the card says innocent.
Oh, that's a bit of a lame one.
Well, this one symbolizes that there is somebody who is of great importance to you. Their life is in danger.
I mean, have you seen the world we live in? That's not exactly a reach.
Or somebody that you care about. They might be helpless or unable to defend themselves, protect themselves in a way. I will say that because I am literally stroking my beard at the moment, she is stroking a few little chin hairs as she's saying this out to you. And your final card, if you'd like to roll me another d20, please.
I will say at this point, I'm getting more taken in.
Yeah.
Because Silva's young, you know, she believed in the magic of the cards and the heart of the deck.
Heart of the cards.
I got heart of the cards. I got 13.
Ooh, and then another d20 piece. These are all from the high deck.
Oh. That is a 6.
Ooh, okay. That's cool.
Oh.
So, as Madame Ava flicks over the very last card, you can see a ghastly figure looking back at you, almost spectral in appearance. Looks like it's trying to crawl out of the card, holding a lantern in its hand, and the card reads The Ghost.
Ooh, I like that card. What does it mean?
So you have something looming in your past. Maybe the return of an old enemy is afoot, or maybe the secret of maybe the Sorry. Or maybe the discovery of a secret long buried.
Interesting. What secret? What else do the cards reveal?
Ah, if you'd like another reading, you'd have to pay me another 2 gold pieces. We'll draw again.
So, canonically, Josh,
Hmm.
I am from what was quite a well-off noble house. I'm now like one of the few remaining people. I think a distant cousin took over or something like that. Do I have access to their gold stores? Can I blow my money all on a fortune teller?
How much gold does Silver have on her character sheet currently?
25.
I'd say that's how much you've got on you at the minute. Not had a
Can I
chance
write
to
her
go
a
to the
check?
coffers yet.
Can I become indebted? Can I take out some loans?
Do you say that to her? That could be interesting.
I only have 25 on me, but I can get more. Do you do loans?
I do make deals if you'd like to make a deal. I do offer a 5-card tarot reading if you'd like it. I could draw 2 more cards. I'll give you your 2 gold back. We'll draw 2 more cards, but you'll owe me a favor.
And these favors stack because I also have some very specific questions.
Sorry, say it again?
Sorry. Can the favors stack because I also have some specific questions which were more pricey, but I'm good for it. I swear I'm good for it.
I will, because it is quite a high and steep price, I will roll in the questions to the favor. 1 single favor for 2 more cards and me to answer questions that you may have.
1 condition.
Yes.
Please don't make it really lame.
The cards or the favor?
The favor. Please don't make me like skip around in a flower crown.
Oh no, I have a plan. I don't do things like that, but when I call in the favor, you'll know about it. Would you like to shake on it? And she extends her hand out.
It's gonna kill me, but yes, absolutely, you son of a gun.
You shake hands with Madam Ava, and you feel, because there's like little candles lit around here, you feel like a breeze blow through and whip around you, and the cards sort of shimmer a little bit as a deal, a destined deal has been struck, perhaps. So we will draw 2 more cards. She picks up the cards again, and she begins shuffling. I will do 2 more, and then I will answer you the questions that you have. However, if you require specifics on the exact readings, I will not be able to give you exact answers, but I will be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay, I can work with that.
She puts the cards down and she draws 2 more cards. Could you roll another d20, please?
Yep. 17. Again, from the high deck.
From the high deck again, yep. So roll me a... Actually, no, let's flip it on its head, and let's say 1 to 10 is high for these last 2 cards, and 11 to 20 is for the common decks. We'll do common deck. Can you roll me a... another d20, please?
You're going to hesitate every time, and it's always going to be another 20.
Actually, 2 d20 and then add them together.
Ooh. Spicing things up a little bit. Okay, we got... Oh, I rolled low on both of them. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay, cool. Okay. So, hang on a minute. So that'll be 1, 2. Oh, and a d4 as well, please. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, 3.
3. So that would be. That's quite funny. Okay. So as she flips over the very first card, what you see, as I find the picture of it, where's it gone? Ah, there it is. As she flips the card over, sorry, you see what looks to be an elderly man wearing rags on a street corner, looking like he's very unkept and very dirty, holding his hand out as people walk past and ignoring him. And the card reads, "The Beggar."
Gross.
Yes. And she says to you, where is it? There it is. "Oh, interesting. It looks like there's going to be a sudden change in your fortunes, and not for the better, I'm afraid."
My monetary situation?
It could be your monetary situation. It could be your lively or unlively situation.
Oh, these are just metaphorical. Like, I'll figure that out when I come to it. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine.
I'm sure it will be, especially now that you owe me a favor. Would you like to roll? Would you like to roll me one last d20? And he did that in Madam Ava's voice.
Yep. Silver, roll the d20. 14.
14, and then roll me a d4, please.
Yep. 3 again.
And then one last 1, 2, 3. D10, please.
Okay. These are the ones I can never pick out with my eye.
Yeah, they're really annoying.
8.
That works really well. Okay. So again, the final card is flipped over. And you can see what looks to be a hooded figure stood sort of lowered down a little bit, stood with their back towards another figure with their hand reaching into the back pocket, pulling out a coin purse, and it says "The Thief." Madam Ava looks over it, nods, and looks towards you. "Ah, okay, so the thief. You may experience a great loss of property, of beauty, maybe of innocence. Maybe even a friendship may come to an end. Maybe you might lose your reputation. Interesting."
I'm beginning to think this extra reading wasn't worth it.
You still have the questions that you wanted to ask that are now included in the deal.
Yeah. Okay. My first question.
Yes.
There is, and I'm fiddling with my necklace at this point, there is somebody I am trying to find a wizard strong enough to get a new body for. Where should I recommence my search?
Follow-up question for you. Is this a body for yourself to end your undeathness, or is this a body for a loved one?
A loved one.
So a resurrection, yes?
Yes, but like their soul hasn't left this material plane, so it's a bit complicated.
Ah, a wizard of that strength I know not of. But information I can give you on it, at least in this world, there is a place, or at least in this plane of existence, should I say, or this universe. And I know what I'm trying to get to, really. Elven magic is a very strong source for life energy, the ability to allow for reincarnation and a creation of life. That would be a good place for you to go. However, I've sensed since being back here that there has been a strong decline in elven magic in this world, so you may want to adventure somewhere a little more fey, should we say.
Oh, my hand unconsciously goes to my bag, which may or may not have a very smart book in it at this current time. You don't say.
Yes. Strong elven magic can be found there.
Elven, you say? Feywild, perchance. Haven't been there.
Mm-mm.
But that brings me to my next question. I've been looking for someone. They are an elf. They are my mother.
Mm.
Where are they?
She begins stroking the three hairs on her chin again. Sort of rubs the sort of tip of her elongated nose. That is a difficult question for me to answer. I think I might need a little bit of assistance. And you watch as she turns her back slightly and she clicks her fingers. And you watch as this spectral form comes in from the cart side of the tent, holding a large purple pillow, and on it sits a crystal ball. And this unseen servant, which is very seen, places the cushion down as Madame Ava scoops up the cards and puts them away. I may need to employ some slightly stronger magics to maybe locate this person if you are amenable to it.
Sure. You do what you gotta do. You do your whole thing.
She begins sort of waving her hands in sort of around the ball, very sort of Mystic Meg style, going around, and the ball begins to fill up with clouds and sort of like little strikes of lightning sort of come across it and everything. And as the clouds begin to settle, you look within it, and you can see a form beginning to take shape within the mist. And it looks like there is a female figure beginning to form. You can see... Does Josh do this? Yes, Josh does do this. You watch as their figure begins to form. You can see sort of the landscape around them begin to sort of materialize a little bit. And you watch as there is a high castle off in the distance with the moon off. You can't see past a certain sort of range, as there seems to be more mist sort of covering around it. And as Madame Ava strokes her chin, a look of, with your insight that you rolled earlier, which was ridiculously high, you see a look of recognition on her face. Oh, now that is in... And then you hear screams coming from outside, and an explosion rips through the tent, which causes the crystal ball to go flying away, so you don't see anything else. And I'm going to need you to roll me initiative, please.
Oh, yep, I can do that. 15.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20. I don't know why I rolled a dice, but I rolled a natural 20. So as this explosion has ripped through the tent and fire is licked up everywhere, the crystal ball has rolled off into the distance, and the mist has sort of faded from it, so it's now a clear, slightly cracked ball. You've been blown out of your seat and are sort of on the floor. As you come to and look around, you see Madame Ava is nowhere to be seen.
Cards still here.
Roll me a D100.
Ooh, okay. That's my reaction whenever I master roll a D100, is just, ooh, fancy. Oh my god, where is the dice? There it is. I need to keep them separate, because I just can't find them on my own. That is 99.
You are begging me to run a Curse of Strahd campaign. You are able to pick up every single card for a Taroka deck.
I collect all the cards and I put them in my bag next to the fairy smut.
Please feel free to add that to your inventory.
Yeah.
Will that become relevant in the future? Quite possibly.
Will I be drawing cards and unable to discern what they mean? Yes.
Is there a possibility for Silver to learn how to do that in the future? Quite possibly. Anyway, yes, so you were able to quickly... Oddly enough, the cards kind of didn't... You'd think with an explosion like that, they would scatter absolutely everywhere, but they didn't. They were quite... It was almost like if you've ever played a a trading card game when you've got the deck and you accidentally knock it and it sort of slides down. It's sort of like it's gone more like that. So you're able to sort of pick it all up, shove it all in your pocket, in your bag next to the smut, the Fey smut to be exact.
To be exact, it's fairy, vampire, werewolf smut.
Yes.
The lore is deep.
And you can hear the sounds of screaming and shouting and the clashing of metal, and you hear a deafening roar and like a loud whooshing sound. And as the tent is sort of burns away, you watch as this large draconic form flies over the city of Baldur's Gate, breathing. It's either fire or acid. It feels hot either way as it sprays the city, causing you watch as people get hit by it and they melt. And this thing flies around, and you can see that there is a bald-headed, very undead-looking figure. Because I'm guessing your passive perception is ridiculously high.
No, my passive perception's 11. Insight's 21, but perception's 11.
Check.
I can do that. So that is perception. Where are you?
That's
that
my fault
is
for making
19.
an assumption. 19, yeah. So yeah, you do see this. You see a bald-headed figure wearing a royal blue robe, looking very undead, almost lich-like, flying around on this dragon. As this dragon careens around, you can see that parts of its face and its ribs, its like body has got holes and decay, and this is an undead dragon, maybe even a dracolich. You're not 100% sure, but it's one of the two.
I collar up and just say, damn, I need to get me one of those.
And as your eyes descend down, you can see that there are hordes of undead with weapons in their hands charging through. The city guards have come in to meet them and are attacking and sort of blocking and falling down in droves. You do get a sense of stronger undead in the area. Sort of the familiar mists begin to sort of coalesce in along the streets as well. And as you are a Dhampir, you would know that this is a feature of vampires. So there are vampires around as well, and you can hear people screaming. What would you like to do as the city of Baldur's Gate has come under attack by some, as you would know, unknown force? Audience, you know what this is, but you don't.
I would like to try and get to a tall building so I can A, dramatically hang off of it while I get a lay of the land, but B, so I can see if there are any allies or anyone around who is fighting back at this time.
Okay, yes, you can certainly do that. So let's say there's a bell tower that you can climb up to, a bell clock tower type thing.
To be clear, I'm spider climbing up, just full scuttling upwards.
Yeah, full upwards. You get to the top and you can see the various different districts of Baldur's Gate are basically in flames at the moment as this dragon is flying around. And you can see that there are other sort of bat-like wyvern creatures that are also flying around with riders on them, and the riders are firing arrows down as guards are in towers trying to fire arrows back up. You can see that undead are swarming in from all angles of the city, breaking through the gates and sort of smashing through. Roll me a perception check again, please.
Sure. Not good at 8.
8. Okay, so you notice that all of the Vistani carts are gone. However, you don't see where they've gone because you rolled really bad. Sorry.
Okay, and I don't see like the other monster hunters or any other notable hero figures of the city doing anything. They're just kind of not around at the moment.
With an 8, unfortunately not. You do hear lots of fighting happening around, but you don't spot any of your allies that you've previously fought alongside.
So I'm going to put my mask on because I have a vigilante raven plague doctor mask just for occasions just like this. But I'm not an idiot. I know that if there's an entire army, there's not much a single little Dhampir can do. I think what I would like to do is I would like to summon Jeffro as my flying mount.
Yep.
With a Jeffro, I choose you. And Jeffro, for those of you who don't know him, he is a big, fluffy pink bat that also sheds glitter, and he is a big sweetheart. He is the best. Pixie knitted me one, and I love him. And I would like to say to Jeffro, okay, baby, we're gonna fly around. We're gonna see what's going on, and then see if we can go get help. You got me? You got me. I just kind of give him like some tummy rubs, getting him ready.
Can Jeffro speak?
Not in this form.
Okay.
There's another form where we can communicate telepathically.
Okay, cool. Right. So, yes, no, you do not see anybody around that you have formerly travelled with, or anybody else who of significant power around. You can just see lots of town guards fighting. Maybe everybody's out for the weekend.
A holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Ah.
Such a shame. But yes, yeah, you watch as this dragon is flying around. You're still up high. As you're up high, you feel... I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, please. As you feel the clock tower that you are currently stood on shake, and you watch as cracks begin to form all along Baldur's Gate.
God. Okay. Luckily, I'm pretty good at dex saves, so I got 28.
Yeah, you're able to hold your footing and hold on to the clock tower as you feel it sort of jut down and then begin to tilt to the side as it's beginning to collapse. As that happens, as these large, almost cavernous-like cracks have formed along Baldur's Gate, you watch as the rivers begin to drain into these. You watch as this almost like northern lights begin to come out of the cracks, sort of flowing upwards. And as the tower that you're on the clock tower begins to descend downwards, it suddenly juts and snaps in half and begins to careen down. We'll come to what you do with that in a minute, as you watch an almost identical tower but covered in something very familiar to you, gloom, begins to come out of the ground, and you watch as what looks to be duplicate buildings of the Meladata home, of the gates of Baldur's Gate, of statues, of churches and everything begin to also come out of the ground, colliding with their counterparts, all covered in this strange gloom. And as it does, this gloom, almost like an infection, begins to latch on to other parts, to the non-gloomed parts, and begins to spread around like a disease. We are back in Gloom Falls on Baldur's Gate by the sound of it.
Fuck.
Yes. As this clock tower is falling, we're going to allow you to have your cool anime moment. What would you like to do?
Jeffro is already flying, so I'm going to launch myself off the tower and just have a moment in midair with the mask on, just whoop, as I land on Jeffro's back and spur him upwards, to away from the towers, trying to get a vantage point, trying to get the undead dragon. But yeah, very, very cool moment of jumping from the tower straight onto Jeffro, who was the goodest boy.
As you careen upwards, you can see the dragon is doing a full circle. The city spits out this fire-like acid. What it is, basically, is it spits out this black tar-like liquid along the city. And as it's done that, you watch as flames then form in its mouth and spread along the tar and ignite everything, like oil, basically, and causes explosions to happen. You hear the screams of people. That's quite far off in the distance, but it is beginning to circle back round. But there are 3 bat-like wyverns with riders that begin to approach you and begin firing arrows at you. So I'm going to roll some attacks.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Right. What is Jeffro's AC while he is in this particular form?
That's a good question. Let me look that up for you.
Well, I rolled terrible because one was a natural 1, one was a 3. I did roll a 10 though, so that will be a 14 to hit.
Did you ask for his AC? Sorry.
Yes.
It's only 13.
Oh, so that just hits. Okay, so Jeffro is going to take Oh, he's only going to take 4 points of piercing damage as an arrow hits into his chest area as it swoops down underneath and they fire an arrow upwards.
Ugh. He doesn't have many hit points, so you got it, Jeffro. You're the good boy. Give him more scritches. It will be better.
Lets out a screech as it gets hit by the arrow, but the arrow doesn't quite wedge itself in. It does just fall out and clank down to the floor. Descend down to the floor. We will move back round to your turn. What would you like to do? Jeffro will act on the same turn as you as well.
Okay. So I'm being fired at by 2 people. I think I might be able to take out these 2 people.
There's 3.
3 people. Okay. And do they look to be humanoids? Or are they undead?
They're undead. Definitely very, very, very much undead, riding on these bat-like wyverns.
Okay. Can I tell what flavor of undead they are?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Can I argue for investigation?
You certainly can.
Excellent. That is much better for a dirty 20.
These look like just typical zombies.
Regular zombies, okay.
Nothing too special about them. Look like they'll go down quite easily. Not very well armoured.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to try and take out one of them, see how it goes.
Yeah, they look a little bit more intelligent than your standard shambling zombie, but they are basically zombies in stat.
I'm going to direct Jeffro to fly just underneath them so that I can slash at the undead mount.
Yes.
So that hopefully that will go down, taking the other one with it.
Yeah.
So I'll roll to hit. And this is with my rapier.
Cool.
Okay, so that was 19 plus 11, which is 30 to hit.
That's going to hit, yes. 100%.
Cool. Bonus... No, I can't do that. Well, okay, so steady aim requires me not to move. But if I'm technically not moving and Jeffro's the one moving...
I'd allow that, yeah. It's technically Jeffro moving, yeah.
I steady aim to get sneak attack.
Okay.
I'd
also argue that technically Jeffro is also a separate creature to you, so is also within 5 feet. So you could do either.
I'll go with the Jeffro being the ally.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll the normal damage, add on sneak attack. So how healthy do these look?
They don't look like they've taken any hits at all. So they look like they're fully healed. Well, not fully healed, but they're on possibly full health.
Okay. I'm basically assessing because there's a thing I can do to basically just knock it out if I can't just kill it. But that means it would come back up. So I guess I'll still try. But I'm going to add on whales from the grave, not aquatic whales. That screaming whales. Yeah. That joke was made in Gloomfalls and it's haunted me ever since. I can't read it any other way.
That's fair.
Okay, so bear with me. Okay, so I'll do the regular damage. I'm sorry, this is a bit incoherent.
No, you're
so
right. All those poor whales.
So 5, so that's 9 regular damage. Then let me roll. Can you hold these numbers in your head? Okay, so regular damage, so I'm going to do sneak attack, which is 8d6. 1, 2,
high level
3,
rogues.
See, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So extra 33. Then, whales from the grave for an extra 4d6 necrotic, which I know undead is... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, an extra 12 necrotic that hits this guy and another of them.
Cool. Yeah, okay. So how do you want to kill this bat-like creature that you've just absolutely eviscerated?
I would like I'm going to slightly deviate from what I said a moment ago. I'm going to jump from Jeffro slightly higher up with my rapier and my stake out with a whole with them hefted above my head as I stab them down into the creature, slicing as I go as much as I can. And Jeffro and when I do Wails from the Grave, I kind of pull from my necklace's power, and the ghostly power goes into this one, and I fire it off into the next one as well. As it begins to go down, I jump off of the undead mount and onto Jeffro, who's the goodest boy and is catching me below as I swoop away.
So one thing that I will note, because you described in that wonderful description, thank you, that you were also attacking with the stake. As the stake hit the wyvern, the bat wyvern, you felt that extra oomph that it has against vampiric creatures go off against this bat. So, because your stake does extra damage against vampires, doesn't it? So
it's not even extra. I'll tell you what it does against vampires.
Yes,
is it gives them what Chris termed as the staked condition, which is, I'm going to read it.
Mm-hmm.
On a successful attack against a vampire, the vampire is staked. The stake stays in the vampire, and they become vulnerable to all damage, even ones they're resistant to, including for the attack that stakes them. They must make a DC 20 Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed, which they can then repeat at the end of their turn. If they make a DC 20 Strength check as an action on their turn, they can try to remove it.
Cool. So you get the feeling that if you were to do that, you would give one of these bat-like creatures the stake condition. Because you've killed this one, you're able to pull your stake out so you don't lose it. Also,
for mechanical purposes, for flavor, I totally did. Mechanically, I did not attack with it. It was just the rapier.
Yeah, that's fair. So yes, this bat-like wyvern begins sort of careening down with its rider on top. The rider sort of confused and wailing around as they both hit the ground and splatter in blood as they are both killed. But even their the zombies' undead fortitude wouldn't save them from that. And you use your wails to infect or sort of do the damage to bat wyvern or rider.
Bat wyvern, because again, if that goes down, they'll go down.
Doesn't appreciate that. Sort of gets a bit confused. In fact, I'm going to make a saving throw for it.
It also pains me to be attacking a bat.
Yeah, it doesn't look very nice though. Looks very undead.
Sometimes Jeffro doesn't either on his bad days.
Yeah. This one gets a bit confused and starts flying off in a different direction. Instead of it flying towards you for its rider to attack you, it goes off around the other way. So it's confused for its movement. Anything else on your turn?
But yes. So, hang on. I'm just checking my notes. Oh god, there's so many notes. Why are we so high level?
High level who dis?
High level who dis? So one of the fun things about now being in 5.5 is that daggers, which my stake is one, has a thing where if you were going to use it in an offhand attack as a bonus action, that just counts as your regular action, leaving your bonus action free.
I love that, yeah.
So there's still one that's near me, isn't there?
Yes, within range that you can get to, yeah.
I would like to attack that with my stake.
Go for it. Bat or rider? Probably bat, I'm going to guess.
Bat.
Yeah.
You're making me attack too many bats. I love them
All
so
of the bats.
much.
Does it help that they're slightly draconic and slightly vampiric?
That makes them better. But they're not pink.
You just hear Jeffro go,
No, Jeffro, you're pink and sparkly. You've been with me for so long.
Ew.
We'll make you undead one day.
Oh.
So I got a 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Cool. It doesn't actually do very much damage, but it is silvered, which I assume helps. So that is full damage for 10.
Is this against the one that you confused, or is this against the other one? I'll say that the one that's confused hasn't moved yet, so it's still technically within range, but on its turn it will go in a different direction, unless you kill it.
Well, guess the one that isn't confused, because he needs to go down eventually. Okay, yeah, the confused one. May as well.
Yeah. As you stake into it, its confusion sort of takes over a bit, and you drag the stake along its side as it flies past you, goes to careen off in the opposite direction. And as that happens, and this sort of blood black ichor begins pouring out of it, it begins careening in a whirl, in sort of like a spiral formation, and crashes into what was once a lake in Baldur's Gate, a river in Baldur's Gate, sorry, that has now been drained due to these cracks. Ryder and Mount are dead.
Okay, and then I still have a bonus action, of which I can do 2 things instead of just one if I use a cunning action, because high levels. So I am going to both dash and disengage upwards.
Yes, on Jeffro. So
On Jeffro.
Yeah, so you both fly up, and is that the end of your turn?
It is now the end of my turn.
Cool. The other rider and Mount are going to move away from you and begin flying off back towards this sort of horde of other bats and wyverns that are sort of off in the distance. So you are left alone for the moment until you see that this dragon and rider are now flying towards you as they have careened around. They are still about 100 feet away, but they will get to you next turn. What would you like to do?
I don't know if my bravado is going to let me confront this person, or if I should just book it. I'm leaning towards booking it, because I don't know, I'm just kind of on my own here. I don't even have a sidekick or an intern to bully into going in front of me. You know what, I think I might try and talk to them. I might at least try and get a name.
Okay. So you're going to let them approach you?
I will let them approach me. I'm going to take off my mask and try and stare them down as they approach until they get within shouting distance.
They fly right up to you. You can see that the dragon is preparing to... are you looking like you are aggressive towards them, or are you sort of floating there, not hands up, but floating there in a I want to talk sort of position?
I'm floating in this is so casual, I do this every day kind of position.
Cool. Okay. So as this duo are flying towards you, the dragon looks like it's getting ready to spout its fire breath, but you watch as the figure on top places its hand on top of the dragon's head, and the dragon's mouth closes as they fly up. And as you're both sort of there floating, as the wings are slowly flapping, you can hear the fighting happen around. You can see this figure looking at you. They are, again, very undead, but a bit more of a description, wearing these royal blue wizard robes. Bits of their face have begun falling off, yellowed irises, and the whites of their eyes are also yellow as well, with a sort of full set of teeth grin, full-teethed grin smiling at you as they wait for you to speak.
What's up? Welcome to Baldur's Gate, I guess.
Indeed. Are you one of this city's protectors?
Sometimes. I have been known to be. Don't make a habit of it, though.
I've come here to take it for my master. If you are to get in the way, I will put you down like I have put down many heroes before.
You may try. I'm bricking it, by the way. So the bravado is kind of coming in thick. I say, do you or your master have a name?
I would like for you to roll me a saving throw, please, as he is going to try and cast a spell. If D&D Beyond would load for me so that I can see what the spell does, or what the save is.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw, okay. I am good. So I have actually proficiency in every saving throw other than strength and con.
Oh, wow.
Rogues. So that
Broken.
is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh, you just about pass. You feel whispers within your mind, something trying to creep into your brain, trying to gain access to your inner thoughts, but you're able to shake it out. And as you look towards this figure, you can see that they have a look of annoyance, but also a look of respect on their face as you've been able to resist their spell.
That won't work on me.
I can see that your mind is well trained and well fortified. It's a shame. I had many tricks I was going to play on you. Are you looking to get in our way?
I mean, I believe I asked you the last question about names.
You did indeed. I have many names. You may call me the Whispered One.
That's a really cool name.
I thought so.
Great choice. And your master?
Also the Whispered One. We are a group.
It's a group of It feels like you should probably have different names to differentiate as to who's the master and who's not the master.
Do you see as he looks off into the distance and contemplates your logic for a moment? Looks back towards you. I have given you my name. Do you intend to get in our way, or will you join us in our sacking of this city?
I mean, is that all you intend to do? You intend to pillage it with your undead army and then just kind of sit here for a while? That sounds a little bit lame.
No, we intend to convert its people into our forces, take the strong and make them into our sergeants and generals and lieutenants. We intend to swarm this land and take it all over. We already have other attacks happening in other places while our master fulfills their duty elsewhere.
Yeah. It's a super chill, great plan. What exactly? It sounds like you're fighting a war. That's a very serious business. Who are you fighting it with? What's the end goal here? I'm just curious. I've got to, know who I'm talking to and when the stakes are this high.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Sure. Am I good at persuasion? Oh, I'm actually good at persuasion. So 15 plus 7, so 22.
22 is exactly what... Actually, no, that's the spell save DC, sorry. But yes, no, 22 is good enough for you to keep him talking for a moment, for at least another round at least. You can see that there is a look of annoyance on his face because you are asking him questions. Is there anything else you are trying to do at this point, or are you just trying to get information out of him?
I am mostly trying to get information out of him. I'm trying to stall him and the massive dragon. And also I'm trying to slowly get within range so that maybe, if needed, I could stake him and fly away. Only if needed. I don't really know where this is going. I'm trying to mostly get information.
Okay. You slowly drift in towards him. The dragon is very much staying in the same position. It's not really moving, but it looks like it's being very wary of you and of Jeffro. Ah, yes, we are looking to recreate the world in our own image, in our master's image, in our image. We are all one and the same.
And what does that image look like? Because you can't make the world into like a blue person.
I am wearing blue robes.
Yes.
Strange as you think that I'm going to make the world blue, but anyway.
You said in your image.
How we want it. We will be the supreme rulers of the world, and everybody will be under our feet and will be our subjects to do as we wish, not that of the will of the gods. We will be the gods.
I can get behind being a god. So hypothetically, what is your will?
Another persuasion check, please.
Yep. I'm just these plans are very vague.
It is, yeah. Bad guys normally are quite vague. Vague,
Yeah.
sorry. Vain and
So-
vague.
16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24 this time.
Okay. What was the question again? Sorry. What is your will?
What hypothetically would your will be?
My will, our will be to control all. Will be for our subordinates to live for us, to provide for us, to fight for us. We will take over this universe, and then we will spread like a plague across all the universes, all of the timelines, and everything will be ours.
Yeah, so this started out really cool with the whole Whispered One, Undead Dragon, everything. You may have lost me here. Not because I don't think you can do it, it's just I think, I don't know, it's lacking nuance.
Looks towards you as he rolls a 25 on his insight check.
Oh.
Then you will die. As
Already
you have
done that.
You're within range of him anyway. It doesn't matter about this is 120-foot range. Oh wow, didn't realise that. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I shouldn't have said that I'm not good at Constitution saving throws. Okay, so I rolled a 19. I only have +2 though, so that's 21. It's still above a 20, which is good, but it's not like Vecna good.
Right, that's a fail. So you are necrotic magic forms up around. This only hits one target, so it doesn't actually hit Jeffro. So it just forms up around you, and you are going to take 5, 10, 17, 20, 24, 25, 32, 35. You are going to take 95 points of necrotic damage.
95?
Yes, 8d6 plus 60 necrotic damage.
Is this so? When is this an attack that I can see coming?
It's an attack, but
Oh,
there's
the
no
saving
attack.
throw.
It's a saving throw that you can see coming, yeah.
Okay, I was just sorry. It's been a while since I've played a rogue, so I was just making sure that uncanny dodge wasn't a thing that I could do.
Yes, it's something you can do, yeah. You can half the damage.
Cool. And I'm actually high enough that so that was what is that, halved for uncanny dodge?
That is good question. That's going to be 90 is 45. So that is going to be 47 points of damage.
Okay. It's still hefty, but it's less.
Yes. As this necrotic energy sort of fills up around you, you're able to use sort of click your knees closer together to sort of words, brain, head. You click your knees together to signal to Jeffro to duck down so you don't take the full amount of this damage. But you can see that he is now poised to attack you, and the dragon begins to rear its head back to fire a breath weapon at you. You're going to get one more action or turn, basically, before the dragon does its attack.
Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is so I think I can dismiss Jeffro at will. I'm not sure if it's an action or a bonus action. Sorry, so many things. How do I dismiss you?
Let's say you can do it as a free action.
Cool. So I'm just gonna look at him for talking as a free action and just say, good talking to you. The name's the Raven, by the way, as I dismiss Jeffro, so I'm suspended in midair, and I just let myself fall and gravity take me. Then halfway down, I enter my ghost walking form, where I basically am ghosty. I'm a little bit see-through, and to activate that, I kind of twist one of my soul trinkets, and the ghostly energies kind of pulses through my body. And just before hitting the ground, I just float. I just levitate, and I go down seamlessly. Now that was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if falling counts as movement.
If you're actively just letting yourself fall and not trying to actually like direct yourself or anything, just falling straight down, I'd say it's free, basically.
Cool. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my movement to get somewhere in the city as much as I can, and then I'm going to use my cunning actions to both dash, which I can dash through people and buildings, by the way, so I can just go through everything as long as I don't end my turn in one.
Yeah.
And also take the hide action to try and evade them. And I'm going to try basically disengage from this, get out of the city, get to someone else who has a team, maybe try and get to Monster Hunter's HQ, see if they're still around, if that building is actually still there. Oh god, I hope Trix is okay. And yeah, try and find other people now that I've made my show.
Cool. As you do that, can you make me your stealth check, and then we'll go over the descriptions of everything that happens.
Yes. Ooh, I got 20 for a 35.
Natural 20.
Nat 20 for a 35.
Okay, so what happens is as Jeffro dissipates and you begin doing your fall, you fall down, and as you look up at this at Vecna or the Whispered One, sorry, because I never actually said his name, but you know, you got it, and this dragon, they begin chasing after you, and as they fall into a free dive, you watch as the dragon's mouth opens, and you can see that it's got two sort of throats within its mouth. One begins filling up with this black tar-like stuff, and you can see the other half of the neck begins filling up with flames, although they don't connect with each other because that would be bad in the dragon's mouth. And as you fall down and begin to dissipate into your ghostly form, you watch this look of annoyance come across this Whispered One's face as he juts his hand out and goes, "No!" As the dragon spits out this fire, it's almost like a very slow motion moment as the fire goes to engulf your form as you hit the ground. And as soon as you hit the ground, it's not even your entire body touches the ground. It's just a tip of your toe. And then you're instantly dashed off in the other direction through the buildings and you disappear from his view. In fact, I mean, I might as well roll to see if he sees you. He does not. I rolled a natural one. As he disappears and the flames the oil and flames just hit the ground and cause this eruption of magic and flames everywhere as you disappear, and you hear the whooshing of the dragon as it sort of pulls up at the last minute, crashes into the building that you've just run through. You're already gone through this building and out the other side as the dragon crashes through it and sort of rolls into the floor as the Whispered One didn't pull the dragon out quick enough, and it is now on the floor, sort of whipping its tail around, destroying buildings, trying to find you. But you are able to run and sneak away. I think at that point, we are going to take a very quick, short break, as I feel that we may have run over a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but we'll take a break now. This feels like a good point to end this sort of combat thing, and then we'll come back to what you want to do when we come back. Thank you very much, everybody watching. Everybody who is watching, sorry. We will be back in a minute. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. We have had our short rest, and we are going to dive into the second part of today's session. In the first half, we reacquainted ourselves with Silver the Raven Melodata, and Silver has been looking for information on how to get either a new body or resurrect her father, Manzorius.
That's him.
There we go. I knew I got that right. For some reason, for a very long time, I thought his name was just Melodata. But then I realised that was actually your surname. So, anyway, you met with a completely unknown and mysterious figure called Madame Ava, who may or may not have any connection to a very famous D&D module that's very popular. We did some tarot card readings, or tarot card readings, depending on where you're from, and a deal was struck with Madame Ava for a favour at any point that she so desires of you. That makes sense. A crystal ball was pulled out, and one of the questions that you asked was, how can you... Is there somewhere where there is a... Is there a wizard strong enough to provide a body for you to basically put your father's soul back into? To which Madame Ava said there wasn't, but however, if you were to go and find some elven magic, which is now few and far between because for some reason there isn't much magic in this world, elven magic in this world anymore, so you might want to travel to the Feywild, then maybe you might be able to do what you requested. The second thing was you wanted some more information on the location of your mother. Madame Ava was a bit unsure on this one, so I had to pull out a crystal ball and began to do some sort of a scry spell on them. And we'd begun to see, or Madame Ava began to see somewhere that she recognised that you didn't, but you may recognise if you've played that particular module. And then an explosion ripped through the tent, and an attack on Baldur's Gate had started with undead forces all over the place, summoning your familiar Jeffro. You flew up into the air, took on some of the more aerial combatants, and then had a conversation with a figure known as the Whispered One, who was riding around on the dragon. You got some information from him, gave him some pointers on unions and all that sort of stuff, and then he tried to attack you. You ducked out of combat after taking a heavy amount of damage, and we ended the session with you running through the buildings, because you are currently in like a phased out ghost form, while this dragon has crashed into the ground and is currently whipping its tail around, destroying buildings, while the fighting continues. As you run through the city, you can see there is fighting happening in every single street. There are people dying, people being re-risen as zombies, as there are a plethora of necromancers around who are killing people and resurrecting them. Yes.
When I am within 30 feet of someone who's died, who I can see is about to be resurrected, I would like to systematically reach out to snatch their soul before they can, so they can become baubles, so I can have all of my soul trinkets.
Yeah. How many baubles can you carry at one time?
I can carry, scrolls down a very long character sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is permanently filled with my dad, though. Okay,
so 4. So yeah, you can easily sort of save 4 souls as you're running through. A lot more people than that die, but you do manage to
save. Totally. That's yeah.
I mean, eternal servitude to the undead, or become a bauble. As you're running through the city, where would you like to go? What is the plan here now that you've antagonized what looks to be the big bad of the area of this army and are now running?
I think the first plan is try and pop over to the Monster Hunters Guild. See if any of my allies are actually about, or if they're all out of town on the holiday weekend, because I didn't pop in on them first.
Yeah. So you make your way towards where the Monster Hunter Guild is. The first thing is on fire. The second thing is there's 2 of them. The third thing is there's gloom creeping over it, and there are bodies laying around everywhere, but they are so burnt or covered in gloom that you're unable to make out if any of them are friend or foe.
I'm just going to call out Trix. Trix, you here?
You don't get a reply.
I am going to brave it in, I don't know, the left one. Just to have a quick look around, just to make sure there's no one trapped inside.
Yeah, make me your choice of perception or investigation.
Definitely investigation. Okay, so that's 15 plus 9, 24?
24. So having a look around in the left building. Again, this gloom type substance that might be slightly different to the gloom that you've encountered before, but acts very sort of shadowy, but also with a little touch of like venom grabbing onto things sort of style as it's moving around, as it's sort of encompassing this building. You have a look around, you see a lot of dead inside. A lot of them look like they were civilians who ran into the building to try and get away from the undead, but the building has since it's not even anymore. The cracks that have gone through Baldur's Gate have caused it to be on an uneven level, and other rooms from the other Monster Hunters Guild has sort of jutted through as well, causing it to be, like the sort of upside down, side to side maze staircase sort of situation that you can get. Is very much like that at the moment. You don't find any survivors inside, or anybody that you know that was like a significant member of the Monster Hunter Guild. If there were any lesser members that weren't player characters, then you might find their bodies.
Okay. This isn't great. I'd like to just on the wall do a little insignia just of a little raven, so that if Trix comes here looking for me, she'll be able to see that and be like, oh, Silver was here.
Silver, I was literally going to go, yeah, Silver was here.
Yeah, Silver is here in Thieves' Canton.
Yeah, that's fair. So you can leave that note, and then you can leave if you'd like to.
Yeah, I doubt there's much here other than bodies. I do have okay, shit's going down. I can't find anyone I care about. My next port of call is obviously I'm going to try and find other heroes at some point. But first, I'm going to be taking another big journey. I'd like to go to the underground Melodata mansion to stock up on my blood snuff.
Yes, you can go do that. Yeah, that would be nice and easy to do. Actually, that raises a very interesting point. Okay. As you run towards where the Melodata mansion is, again, it's the same sort of situation. You come across there being two of them. You recognise, but the difference is that you know which one's yours and which one isn't. The other one has got this, your one is as you know it, but the other one is larger. Same sort of architecture and everything, but it's got an extra floor to it. It's got a large tower sticking out of, like a turret style tower sticking out of one of the roofs. Again, completely covered in this black like shadow gloom, which is also sort of attaching itself to your version. But you can get inside and get down to where the storage of blood is kept if you'd like to, and it's all kept intact and everything, but same sort of thing. Uneven levels, cracks in the floor, other versions of things starting to pop out here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, I do. I grab a collection of like a couple bags of the blood snuff, which is just powdered blood, as well as a couple more alchemical things. So I know how to make it out of blood. I may just need a couple beakers more because I've been traveling, so I've been able to do it, but I don't know when I'm going to get this stuff again.
Yeah, that's fair. You can stock up on as many of those as you can. I don't know if...
I was also going to say, can I drop in on this our possessions, get some gold, get some pajamas?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can run, grab essential bits. Gold-wise, roll me 2d100.
2d100. Okay, you got it. Again, I should be keeping these separate from all of my other dice. Not that one. That one. There we go. So the first one is a... What is that? That's 98.
Yep.
And a 41.
So you will get yourself 139 gold pieces in total. And you'll get some nice, very... What type of pajamas would Silver have worn when Silver was more of a resident in this home?
They would very much kind of pink flannel pajamas with little bats on them.
That's fair, yeah. I was going to go for... I'm glad I asked you that, because I was going to go for something like silver and like silky or something. So I'm glad I asked you.
When she's cozy, she's not cool.
That's fair. You managed to pick up some of those pajamas. You pick up... Now, was there any particular special ruling with the vials of blood, or... Because I'm thinking of counting them just as your rations.
Yeah, it was made... It was... There weren't any specific rules. It was like a couple bumps a day. So I don't take very much, so you can count them as rations.
Yeah, we'll count them as rations then. So as you are...
With the extra thing that I have the recipe to be able to make it from blood if I harvest it from somewhere.
That's fair. Yeah, that's cool. I like the sound of that. Yeah. So yeah, count those as rations. Add 10 rations to whatever rations you've already currently got. Cool. As you are there filling up your pack with these blood vials, basically, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes. That's 15.
15? Okay, sorry, I just need a name. For no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Rise, other Vecna.
Yeah, other Vecna rises. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes, that is 15.
15. As you are there, you hear a sound behind you.
Does it sound like a crack, or does it sound like a person?
It sounds like shuffling, like something or someone has walked into the room.
Just before I turn around, I activate my Maladata bloodline feature to detect heartbeats within 30 feet of me.
You can feel a heartbeat within 30 feet of you. Does it... do you feel it in the sense of you feel the dun-dun, dun-dun, or is it you can just... Okay, so what you feel is a duh, duh, duh. Very similar to how your heartbeat might be as a Dampier.
And okay, so it might be another Dampier. I'm not sure if I know of any currently living here or not. Do I?
No.
Okay.
I was about to get my Baldur's Gate knowledge confused with my Neverwinter knowledge then, but no, there's not any that you're aware of.
My hand goes to my stake as I turn around slowly.
As you turn around slowly, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so that is 25.
25. You are completely shocked, not frightened because you rolled high enough, but you are shocked to see a familiar figure standing over from you, looking slightly different. Silver, could you please remind us what your sibling's name is, please?
Lelouch. Or is it LaRouche? It was definitely LaDouche.
It was definitely LaDouche.
Yeah, but I can't remember. It's either LaRouche or Lelouch. One of them is an anime character, the other is my sibling.
Yeah, I didn't want to take away from the dramatic reveal by saying, you see, LaDouche stood right there. So that's why I wanted to double check.
I think it's LaRouche. I think Lelouch is the anime person.
LaRouche LaRouche sounds better from my memory of watching Gloomfalls on Baldur's Gate. So that sounds closer.
It's Rouge. I've just Googled it.
Yeah, cool. You see LaRouche stood there. They look different to how they looked before. One thing that is very apparent is their left arm is completely exposed. There's no... they're wearing armor, like this black leather armor that's almost as... I apologise if this is insulting to you, but it's almost as flamboyant as yours in terms of its shininess and pristine over the topness. except for one of the shoulders, one of the arms is missing from the armor, and the skin is completely black with these red cracks going down it and shadow just emitting off of it in a shadowed claw with black red fingernails on the end of it as they step in. They have brilliant red eyes and two fangs that descend down very similar to you as they look at you.
What the fuck?
They look and they... What the fuck? You're dead.
No, you're dead. I scattered your ashes. Dick.
I drank your blood.
Ew.
I drained you dry.
Ew.
How are you alive?
I staked you so hard you disintegrated.
A lot of strange things have been happening the past couple of hours. Looks around. This place feels familiar, but is not my home. You resemble my sibling, but are not them. Points their finger towards you. I should kill you where you stand and drink your blood.
As they say that, I throw my stake into them.
Make me an attack roll.
Ooh, okay, so it was a 19 on the dice, that's, plus 11. Does that make it 30? I can't maths.
Yes, that is 30.
It makes it high.
it makes it enough.
Hey.
Yes, it hits.
Cool. So we haven't actually said what effect it has on Dampiers, which I assume this version of LaRouche's.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, judging by the heartbeat that you detected, yes, feels very Dampierish.
Yeah, so we know what effect it has on vampires, but we don't know about Dampiers.
That's fine. So, would you like to roll the damage for it first?
Yeah, so it's actually not much at all. It's just if he gets staked. So that is 8 piercing damage with a silvered weapon. If that counts.
8 piercing damage from a silvered weapon. Thank you very much. And is there any sort of saving throw involved with the staked condition?
Well, yes, there is. Thank you very much for asking. Please can they make me a wisdom saving throw?
You can indeed. Ooh, that is going to be an 18.
Does not make it. They are paralyzed.
Okay, so because they are Dampier, they don't quite suffer from the paralyzed condition in the same way that a vampire would. They are locked in place as the stake enters into their chest. You watch as the stake begins to sink in, and instead of them freezing in place or sort of falling back and going into like an eternal sleep type thing, I'm thinking very sort of Vampire Diaries, vampire-esque. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but basically when the original vampires get staked, they can't die because they're the originals, but when they get staked by a particular type of thing, they become paralyzed. They basically enter into a slumber, and their skin grays as if they're dead, and they get veins pop up on their faces, and they can't move until the stake's removed. So that's where my brain goes whenever I think of a vampire getting staked. This one doesn't do that because Dampier. They're still able to move, but they are slowed, so they're slowly moving. Sorry, they're slowly moving their hand around to the chest to grab the stake, but it gives you a chance to do something.
Okay, I make a grab of the last of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I lean down close and I say, here's what's going to happen, LaDouche, is I'm going to take my stuff, I'm going to take my stake, and I'm going to go. Because weird shit's happening. I know you're dead. You deserve every evil thing that could possibly happen to you for what you did to Dad. But that's not a problem for today. Am I understood?
We will find you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this one's evil too. Okay, I kick him very viciously in the side.
Yep.
And then very viciously in the face.
Yep. It's very kapow, kapow sort of thing.
Then with my bag and my stuff, I, in a very fluid motion, take the stake out. I'd like to try and do a slice with the rapier as I also go to dart away, and I phase through the wall into the next room.
Yeah, make me just an attack roll just to see how you do with the rapier. The kicks were free because they were slowed.
I got nat 20.
Ooh, okay.
I don't believe I would get sneaky damage on that.
No, because it wasn't with advantage, no.
No. Which means I do significantly less damage than I would otherwise. But where is my d8? Come on, sweetheart. There we go. Oh, so that's 8 plus 6 is 14. 14
points of damage as you pull the stake out. They go to reach towards you with their blackened hand, and you slice out with the rapier catching the hand, and they retract it back as this almost lava-like blood begins to pool out, almost like it's congealed already as it's coming out, and it slaps to the floor. And you phase through the wall as you feel the wall sort of shake as they've punched the wall trying to grab you. And you can phase out, and you just hear this shout, "I will find you and I will kill you."
Good luck with that, pal. You failed before, you'll fail again. As I go out of range as I've been running this whole time.
Every time, the moment when you sort of fell down when facing the whispered one, and now this moment running through the wall, I'm just picturing you doing this.
Yeah, every time.
As you disappear. You're just giving off that energy. But yeah, you disappear through the wall, and you feel this crack as the fist hits it. You begin to make your way out of the mansion. You hear the shout of that they will find you and they will kill you again. And you are able to leave the mansion, not before running into someone and knocking them to the floor. Do you turn back to look at them as you run past them?
Yeah, just to say, look where you're going.
Make me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, wisdom save. That wasn't as good this time. So that was 17.
17. Uncontrollably, your eyes instantly fill with tears as you look at a very crumpled, gaunt man on the floor as he looks up towards you. Very human in features, no fangs at all. Somebody who resembles your father. As he gets up and looks towards you, his eyes are kind of glazed over a little bit. He nods towards your comment and then turns and begins making his way towards the mansion. And you watch as your sibling comes out of the building and shouts towards them.
What do they shout, or is it just an ah?
It is kind of like a get over here. I was about to say Manny then. Get over here, Manzorius. We must find them. I must kill them and drink their blood.
Okay. I don't have... I got greedy on the way over here. I filled all my soul trinkets.
Well, this one's alive.
Sorry?
This one's alive.
Yeah, I was contemplating killing him specifically so I could get his soul away from LaDouche.
But also provide you with a body that looks exactly like your father.
And I am actually not dumb. But if it's a dead body, I don't know if that would work.
I was just in a body.
Well, then I just need a necromancer, but then the other soul would
disappear,
come into its place. And then there'd be a double whammy of two Manzoriuses in the same body, potentially.
But then you've also got to deal with LaDouche, who is here and is looking very angry and is looking for you currently. Oh yeah, and stealth check, please.
Stealth check it. Cool. 19 plus 15 is a very high number.
34. Yep, no, you're fine.
Yep. In which case, that all goes through my mind very quickly as I just kind of go, this is so fucked up. One dad at a time, as I tearfully turn away and start running, and vampires and dampiers, in my universe, apparently, cry blood, which I've just remembered was a thing from before, so very bloody cheeks, yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's another little trope, little thing with vampires that I like as well. I think that's from
I don't
True
know how
Blood.
it works biologically.
Mm.
Do the tear ducts just...
Magic.
Hey.
Hey. As you begin running out, what's your plan now? You're still within the city. The city is still under siege. You can see that your sibling has moved off and has joined other forces of what look to be gloom fallen people. People that have been completely covered in this gloom are now acting in service to them.
Yes, I'm trying to run through the various people I can go to within the city who might be able to fight. So I guess the next place that I think of is, where is it that Percy and I just remember George. George's
Ashra.
wizard.
Ashra.
Their boarding school.
Oh, yes, I know it's in Baldur's Gate. I can't remember what it's called, but I know it's in Baldur's Gate, so you can run there if you want to.
I guess that's the next place. I don't have a next best plan. It's all happening so suddenly.
Yeah. You can make your way there easily enough again. I'm guessing you're in your ghost form the entire time.
Ghost form only lasts 1 minute.
Oh, that's gone then. So, yeah, you're
That's
now
gone.
having to sort of run through the streets of Baldur's Gate and try to not get caught by... Yes?
Direction. Rooftops.
You can go on the rooftops. You have to make...
I'm
you
roguing.
You rolled ridiculously on your stealth checks. You're able to hide from the aerial-born enemies that are flying around. Gloom and fire is still ripping around. You can see that the dragon that you had come up against before is still on the ground and is still sort of smashing buildings and eating people and all of that. You can see necrotic magic is being fired from the top of it as the Whispered One is firing and fighting people on the top. You make your way towards where you know Percy and Ashra's orphanage to be, and as you enter inside, you see 2, 3 undead figures inside. As they turn towards you, armoured. You don't recognise their faces. They look like the door was open when you came in, so you could have. So you'll be able to get a chance to sneak up on them if you'd like to. But yeah, you cannot see any children. You cannot see Ashra, and you cannot see Percy anywhere.
Our master wishes to know the status of this quarter.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Could I argue for deception?
You may argue for deception, yes.
Yes, good. With advantage, you say?
Yes, because these things are dumb.
Good. And I rolled, that's a 19 plus 12.
Oh my god.
31 on deception.
Yeah. Okay, what was the question, sorry?
Our master wishes to know an update on this quarter.
One of them looks towards you, doesn't stand to attention or anything, but looks towards you, groans. Oddly enough, these undead can speak.
Same.
We were ordered to grab the wizard from this house, but they were not here when we arrived. Residue of magic is in the air, like they may have teleported away.
These wizards are tricksy. Well done on securing the rest of the area.
Thank you, my master. Bow towards you.
You're doing a good job. I'm going to give you a raise. Now I'm going to go check on some other quarters.
I very much look forward to a raisin.
A raise in the dead. And away I go. I'm glad they're safe.
They teleported out. As you carry on moving through the city, just trying to find any form of survivor around anywhere, you hear and the sounds of constant fighting happening around. You run into an alleyway, and you can see that there is a family at the end of the alleyway who are being accosted by undead. The father and mother are both. The father looks like he's dressed in all the. Okay, yeah, you assume it's the father. Is dressed in guard's gear, guard's attire, and is battling off two undead. One, he's got a shield in hand, and he's sort of pushed one up against the wall of the alley while he's trying to fight away the other one. The mother is sort of waving their hands around, casting some magic, and as another zombie tries to get to him, she raises her hand up, and a small vine whips up and forms around its neck and pulls it back as a grasping vine. And you can see that there are two children in the background that are sort of cowering. As they're cowering, climbing over the top is this hound-like undead that just looks down, its tongue flicks out of its mouth. As the two parents are occupied by the things that are attacking them from the front, they don't see this undead hound coming from behind. Do you carry on running, or do you intervene?
First mage I've seen. I've been presented with the idea that people can teleport. I've remembered that people can teleport. Like, I know I should help from a moral standpoint, especially so that Josh doesn't have to live with the fact that I left children to die. But I'm also thinking they might be useful. Also, I'm a vigilante, so, it's got to keep up the reputation. So what I will do is I will spider climb by just kind of running onto the wall and run at the hound and just kind of jump on it to give it a rapier attack.
Yeah, go for it.
In a very dramatic fashion.
Yeah. Sort of, I am Silver, I am the Raven, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, make me an attack roll, please.
Yes. No dice, don't roll on top of the other dice. That doesn't count as a roll. It's scaled the wall. So that is...
It's living out your
22.
dream. 22 hits, yes.
Great. Again, I should have thought to do steady aim beforehand, because I love that sneak attack damage.
I'll allow you to do it, that's fine.
I steady aim?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, actually, no, steady aim, you're not allowed to move though, are you?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
What, do the children count as allies, or do they count as children?
They count as children that are also allies. I'll allow it.
Yeah, there we go.
They're not hostile towards you, so...
That totally counts. They also become heroes, should they desire it.
Yeah, they could be more new player characters in 10 years' time.
There. Okay, so the normal damage is 9 piercing damage. Then let me roll my d6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's 8d6. 4, okay, that is 12, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 sneaky damage.
Lovely. Yep.
Is it still standing?
Still standing, yes.
Then I will do Wails from the Grave once more, which is another 4d6 necrotic.
Resist making a joke. I'm resisting. I didn't say anything.
You implied it. So that's 10, 13, 14, another 15 necrotic damage.
So that's what, 57 points of damage in total?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. You're doing the 15 to another target?
Yes, I'll go with the one attacking the mage.
Yeah. So
the druid
one,
person.
Yeah, so as the one there's another one trying to climb towards the mage, and as you do this attack on this, they've already been slightly injured by battling these two. You watch as its head just explodes outwards, covering the mage in guts or brain matter as it collapses to the floor. As you run, basically Prince of Persia wall run along the wall, jump across and stab into this strange undead hound-like creature that's quite large. It shakes you off and throws you to the ground. You land on your feet because cool as shit, and land right next to the children, and they sort of whimper and hide away from you as this creature looks towards you. Its tongue extends outwards and it goes to whip at you.
For that, I actually do get to attack it again with my dagger.
Go for it.
And this is the silvered one. This is Vampire Bane. So 19 plus 11 is very high.
Yes.
Yep.
30.
You sounded so surprised. There we go.
Like,
we can't maths today.
So I was trying to work it out. I was like, what's going on?
For max damage of 10 piercing damage.
Okay, so as this tongue whips out, do you throw the dagger or do you stab?
I think I'm going to throw it for coolness.
Yeah, so as the tongue whips around, you sort of go to duck out of the way as the tongue whips around to strike you. Haven't rolled yet. And you throw the dagger towards this creature. It hits it in the eye and it lets out this whelp as its tongue strikes at you, which will be 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, so the dagger wedging itself into its eye causes it to recoil its head backwards and the tongue flails upwards, and you watch as this acid spits out from the end of it and sprays the roof above you as its attack misses you. Anything else you'd like to do?
Roof above. Aren't we in an alleyway?
You're in an alleyway, yeah, so there's roofs up above from the buildings and stuff. So,
not the ceiling. Got you.
Not the ceiling, yeah. At the end of your turn, and near the end of its turn, the two, the mother and father are fighting off against these zombies. The father sort of pulls his shield down, and it's not a rounded shield, it's one of those shields that's got the sort of little bit on it, and you watch as he clenches his fist and a sharp implement comes out of the end, and he rams that up into the jaw and head of this zombie, and you hear the gargle as it and then he pulls it out and it slumps to the floor. As he does that, another one jumps over him, and then you just see a big arrow hit the zombie in the back of the head as it falls to the floor. And stepping into the alleyway is an orcish figure with a bow and arrow that is firing arrows down into the alleyway to hit the other zombies, and is going to run to join into the fray, drawing a sword to attack. This figure runs down the alleyway and begins jumping into the fight to help everybody. The orcish figure looks quite well armoured, looks more like an adventurer than a town guard.
Finally, some adventurers.
Yeah. Yes. What would you like to do on your turn? I would say that this strange creature is on its last legs.
It's got my dagger in it at the moment, so I will go over, and as I pull my dagger out, slip in a rapier.
Yep.
That is fucking high again. That's 32.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, that hits.
I probably won't need sneaky damage.
Probably not, but you can roll it if you'd like to, just in case. There's always that sod's law moment where you say, I probably don't need it, and then you end up leaving it on like 1 or 2 hit points.
Yeah. Okay. Are the kids still within ally distance, or should I steady aim?
This new figure is within ally distance of it now.
Perfect. Okay. So that is 10 piercing damage.
Yep, that's actually enough to kill it. So yeah. Yes. So how do you want to do this? Your dagger is still in its eye. Its tongue is flailing about like anything, and it is currently still. Just to emphasize how big this thing is, it is the wall of this alleyway is probably 50 feet high. It is halfway down that wall, and not all of its body is over.
Right. It's big boy. Okay.
Big boy.
As I pull Vampire Bane out with one eye, I put my rapier into the other eye as I sink down and I whisper, "Bad doggy," as I pull it back out.
The tongue flails around and just sort of retracts into the mouth as the jaw goes slack and it goes limp, just hanging on the wall as a sword stabs into the head of it and comes out as the figure that joined the fight was going to attack it as you killed it.
I had that one.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to and he spins around and cuts down one of the final zombie that was being held by the ropes. The mother and father run over to their children and give them hugs, and they say thank you to both of you. You both need to leave here. The four of you need to leave here, please. If you exit out of the sewer systems, no undead are down there at the moment. And if you leave out through the River Lake area, there is some carts and things there. There's some travelers who've stopped there to help take people out.
You seem to have mistaken me for a civilian. I'm not a civilian. I can assure you, I can help if there's people fighting.
I was talking to this family here. I can see that you are very well equipped, and I was going to see if I could rope you into helping with anything else, or if you were looking. I mean, to be fair, the city is lost. We need to get out of here anyway. So,
do you know what's going on?
No, all I know is that undead just started attacking. That dragon that was flying around, somebody approached it and was talking to it for a little while, and then they just disappeared, and the dragon then crashed into the ground and started flailing around. So I've just been trying to help get as many civilians out of here as I can.
Yeah, that person that spoke to it, that sounds like a really selfish thing to do, not chill at all.
Right, I'm sorry, you look vaguely familiar. Do I know you?
Perhaps. I look pensively into the distance.
He sort of follows your eye line and looks in that direction.
I'm looking at a wall.
Is there something that I'm missing?
No, Silver, it's my name. So as I pull him closer, you may know me better by my alias. Some call me the Raven.
I've heard the name the Raven before. Silver. Silver is a name I think I might know. I'm not 100% sure, but do you have a surname to go with that?
Melodata?
Your passive insight is high enough. He recognizes that name, and he freezes for a moment as he goes to as he sort of shakes your hand.
I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones. I swear.
No, I've heard of. You are the last member of the Melodatas?
Pretty much, yeah.
I've been asked to look out for you. Report to a friend of mine when I found you. That's good. Sorry. I'm sorry for being rude. My name is Unash.
Nice to meet you. Nice sword play, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay. Everyone, we're in a state of emergency now. I think maybe we can do more introductions later, and especially as to who your friend is that might be looking out for me.
Let's get these people out of here. Let's get these people out of here. Follow me. We'll go through the sewer system, and we'll exit through the sewer exit outside of the city.
The sewers. It's always the sewers.
Always the sewers. From reports, that the undead have been infected down there, so we can travel down there freely.
Okay. Lead the way.
Okay, follow me. And he runs to the end of the alleyway, sort of looks out left and right, gestures back towards you, and beckons for all of you to come. You manage to make your way towards an entrance to the sewer system, and you are all led down and through the tunnels. You can see that there are quite a few other people who are running down here as well. You can see a couple of other adventurer types who are helping people escape. Nobody that you recognise, though. It seems that either anybody that you know is either wasn't in Baldur's Gate when this happened, or is in the thick of the fighting currently. As you get to the exit, you come out and you see some very familiar, although slightly battle damaged, caravans sat outside, beckoning for people to come get onto, and they're sort of taking people away.
Are they familiar caravans, like from the Vistani, for instance?
Yeah.
Yep. Is Madam Ava talking about?
You can see that large cart is there. It is damaged heavily from the explosion, but it is there, but you can't see Madam Ava anywhere at the minute.
Keep an eye out for her, because I want to keep these cards.
That's fair. But yeah, you don't see her. One of the Vistani walks over to your group. How many people do we have here to take with us? Are all 6 of you coming, or are we just... Unash looks towards you. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think there's anything left in the city for anybody. I think it might be best that we all just leave. Is there anywhere in particular that you're looking to go? Maybe we can get you there.
Yeah. Do you know how to get to the Feywild?
He looks puzzled for a moment. Yes, actually, I have heard that there is a portal in the Misty Forest. I think that's what it's called. Yes, I've heard that there is a entranceway in the Misty Forest to the north. A few days' travel.
Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna have to. If you see a big person who is kind of like a cat person, very big boots, goes by the name of Trix.
Tabaxi, Leonin?
Neither. Really, more of a shifter.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, please tell them where to find me. Sorry, please tell T where to find me.
Certainly. I mean, I will be coming with you to the Misty Forest to help you find this entranceway, but if we bump into anybody once we part ways, then I will let them know where you are at least.
Sorry, I've just had a really bad year. And I personally didn't need this right now. I know all the people that were killed also didn't need this right now. But, this is really uncool of me.
No.
Hug.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody about this.
Okay. At this
We're
point,
not friends.
At this point, I'd say you're probably on a cart and you're kind of together. Yeah. You're with the family, so there's nobody else that can view this. But yeah, good. You are on a cart and you begin travelling towards the Misty Forest. As I say, it takes a few days for you to get there. The various parts of the this is a very big caravan of Vistani, a lot more than what you thought than what you saw outside of Baldur's Gate originally. But the caravans do begin to split off every now and then and begin going off in different directions as if they're spreading around. You get towards where the Dragon Spear Castle is. I'm looking at the map, that's why I'm saying that. And the Vistani say, right, this is where we must part ways. We will be traveling to a different location from here. You're more than welcome to come with us there if you'd like to, but you don't have to. The family that's with you say, yes, we'd like to come with you, please, yes.
It calls me elsewhere. Bravado's back a little bit. More like a sheep, more like armor at this point.
Yeah. So you both you and Unash get off of the caravan, and they sort of take a more of a sort of northeastern direction and move more into the High Moor. As you watch them sort of leave and they begin getting into sort of like the distance and stuff, you watch as a mist falls in around the caravan, and it gets quite foggy, and then you can't see them.
So, Unak, who exactly asked you to look out for me, and why? Should I be flattered, offended, scared?
Unash, not Unak.
Unash.
No,
sorry,
no,
that was accidental.
No, you're fine. It was just there was need to look out for any what's the word I'm looking for? Any ongoings within the Melodata household after the incidents that happened previously with the rest of your family. I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
Me too.
So it was just basically to wait to see if keep an eye out to see if the rumored surviving member returned, and just to let people know that they were there. Obviously I haven't had a chance to do that, so unless obviously you want to keep that secret, then I won't tell anybody.
Well, it might be good to actually, yeah, I think do let people know, that way when I come back, maybe I'll have something to come back to. If I don't, oh god, it's not even the city anymore. What's even the point?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where I go from here. Everywhere is saying, from everything that I've heard, that there is undead everywhere. The fact that we've not bumped into any on the road since we've joined the Vistani is a miracle, but everywhere else, from information that I gathered before leaving, it's happened everywhere. Dragons, riders, undead, all of it.
Why can't they ever be good undead? I'm a good undead. It's possible.
There are plenty of good undead, yes, but I don't know. It seems like a flaw in the system.
What system?
Josh was going to make a comment about orcs then, but I'm not going to. Orcs are always the bad guys.
Not anymore, they're not.
Not anymore, no. Anyway, the Misty Forest is just a few hours up from here. I will accompany you if that is okay, and then part ways if you wish.
Yeah, sure, let's do that. Hey, do you know how to shuffle cards?
In a sort of poker sort of sense, yes. I play poker quite a lot. Used to.
I could use some tricks, because apparently there's some fancy shit you can do with these, and I'd like to try and get him to teach me any like shuffling things, because I've just been doing it like manually.
Yeah, so he shows you the basic shuffle, and then he shows you the sort of flick up and smush everything together shuffle. But that's as far as his skills goes, and the whole sort of laying them out and sort of flicking them back together sort of thing. But anything that was uber complicated like what Madam Ava did, he can't do.
I imagine I can cobble that together after I've got the basics.
Yeah.
My sleight of hand's decent.
Moving into the Misty Forest, you watch as Unnash walks over to one of the trees and picks off one of the leaves and inspects it, gives it a sort of a little nibble. There is very faint Fey magic around here. Very faint.
Elven?
Not quite elven, but definitely Fey. There's a portal around here.
How do you know this?
I have an ability to be able to detect planar portals.
By licking leaves.
Sorry?
By licking leaves.
Various different things. But licking leaves, looking at the floor, sensing the magic in the air. It's different depending on the location that I'm in.
Because when you describe, I have the ability to sense portals. Like, that's all really cool. But then I see you licking a leaf. And I'm really thankful for what you've done, but it kind of makes me lose a little bit of respect for you.
I cannot help the way that some of my abilities work. I'm not one of these uber powerful magic users that can conjure magic from nowhere. I need sources. I need components in order to be able to do what I do.
Buddy, I can't do all that either, but I know when to hide really lame mechanisms of how I do what I do.
Sort of nods his head with a smile on his face. A little bit of sort of shame comes across him a little bit. Shakes it off. Is like, shall we carry on?
Please.
After a few more hours of searching, or about an hour of searching, should I say, he is able to locate the portal. It is a pool of water It's just getting into the Feywild is slightly different to entering into other planes of existence. Normally, it's a portal that you walk right through, but with the Feywild, you could walk through a forest for hours or days and then suddenly find that you're in a different forest, or looks down towards the small pond. You can get into a pond, and when you come out the other side, you're in the Feywild.
Okay. It's not holy water, is it?
No. At least I don't think it is.
Because the amount of times I've drunken from a public fountain, and some cleric has been blessing the water, and then I've gotten a mouthful of holy water. So I need to check every time. I just need to check.
How would you even test that without drinking it, obviously?
Usually I ask, hey, is this water blessed? And somebody's like, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I can't tell if it's blessed or not.
Okay, 1 second. This could get ugly as I dip my pinky into the water.
Yeah, I mean, the water sticks to your hand a little bit more than what water normally would, a bit more like sort of a watered jelly. But other than that, it doesn't burn.
Viscous, but it's not holy.
Okay, well, good luck.
Wait. Okay, do you know the Feywild? You been there?
No, I only know how to get there. I've never actually been there myself.
Any tales of how to navigate when I'm in there?
I've heard plenty of tales, yes. It is... Never reveal your true name to anybody there. If you do, they can use it against you. Fey creatures, that is. It can be very confusing at times. You can get lost easily there, and everything can attack you. Even the slightest weeds on the ground can suddenly sprout out and wrap you up and eat you, is what I've heard.
Okay. Lovely holiday destination, I'm sure. Okay. Thanks for your help.
You're more than welcome. If you wanted me to come with you, all you have to do is ask.
I mean, I'm sure you've got other things going on, or are you just kind of free?
Well, I'm kind of free at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do with myself now. As soon as I leave these roads, I'm probably going to get attacked by undead, so...
Do you want to come with me?
You're the first person that I've come across for a little while that hasn't tried to kill me, so... And, if you're willing to have me, I'll come with you. Please. What?
Come along. We're going on an adventure.
You both step into the pond, and as it sort of gets up towards your head area, and he looks towards you and is like, hold your breath and go under. 3.
I don't breathe as I go under.
Okay, but he does, and he goes under. He opens his eyes. You both open your eyes and look at each other, and you can feel almost like day turn to night, sort of like, in when they do the sort of quick over, and it shows you, and it does the whole sun going up, sun going down, lights change, all of that sort of thing. That happens, but instead of it being day and night, it's the greens of the forest that you've just been in turn into black and greys and whites. And then you come out of the water. There's no tunnel or anything to swim through. It's actually duck in and then come back up. And you can see that you are, as you sort of clear the water from your eyes, you can see that there is just a landscape of black and white all around you. Unash looks around. This should be the Feywild. Why is it not colourful? Why is it... It looks dead.
That's probably not a good sign.
He gets out of the water, goes to offer you a hand to help you out, but doesn't expect you to take it if you don't want to.
I do not take it.
Yeah. So he's like, and he walks over to one of the nearby trees, which is completely leafless, and starts doing his weird ranger stuff with it, and sort of puts his hands on it. This tree is... Everything around here is dead. The Feywild can't be dead, can it?
I mean, maybe it's just this corner.
You look around and you can see that there is a vast landscape. Everything is black and white. The only things of colour that are around here are you two, which is saying something considering that you're mainly dressed in black.
And red, and a bit of pink.
Yeah. It's a bit like, you look like one of those sort of Sin City characters where you're sort of black and white and your highlights are red.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
I suppose we need to try and find someone?
Yeah, okay. This only works if I'm in 30 foot of someone, so I can't... So I have an ability where I can sense heartbeats. It usually comes in pretty useful, but that only is helpful within 30 feet. So I guess we just pick a direction, walk in it, and hope.
Okay. Which one? North, south, east, west?
Eeny, meeny, miny, that one. I just point in a random direction.
Yeah, point in a random direction, you start moving in that direction.
Yeah. While we walk, I will say, so, dead or not, this is hopefully Feywild. You said about real names, so obviously I will be the Raven, and you, my new sidekick, need your own name that I can call you by.
What name do you think suits me? Ranger?
Boring. Leaf Flicker is probably a bit on the nose.
Would fit in with the Feywild, though. A lot of people might assume that it's actually my name, from what I've heard.
They wouldn't have the power of a name.
This is true. I don't know.
Ooh. You'll be the Trekker.
Or just Tracker. Yeah, Tracker sounds good.
No, Trekker with an E. Because we're trekking.
Oh, Trekker. Sorry, I thought you said Tracker. Trekker. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I like the sound of that, yes. I'll go with that, Trekker.
But if we find something more interesting, we can swap it out.
Oh, I'm more than happy with that. I was coming up with creative things like that's not really my strong suit, so I'm more than happy to take your lead on that.
I can tell that's not your strong suit. You've got others. We'll find them.
Thank you. It sort of looks towards the leaves that he could lick to find out locations and stuff, and is like, and then carries on walking. Why have I made him a leaf licker? Anyway, we're getting towards the end of our time together. But as you walk and come out of the woodland area and sort of enter a vast wasteland, you see off in the distance this sort of like mushroom cloud explosion that happens with a beam that shoots up into the air. And this shockwave just erupts and pulls across towards you and Trekker. As this explosion comes across, you see, like, as this bubble is moving along, there is colour coming with it, and you are both hit by this. You're not sort of knocked off your feet or anything. It just sort of washes past you, but you watch as colour begins to reform around the Feywild. The trees begin to come back to life. The sky becomes a brilliant pink and blue. The leaves and trees and everything are not standard green that you're used to seeing. They are, again, pinks, blues, reds, greens, yellows. Everything is a cacophony of different colours. Flowers begin to slowly sprout up. Unash looks over towards you. Whatever it is you're looking for, I get a feeling that there might be people in that direction.
Yeah, I'd say so. Is this what the Feywild supposed? It's really bright.
Colourful.
Here. I put my hood up. I put sunglasses on. Wow, it's really tasteless.
You sound like you're going to vomit.
I'll be all right in a minute.
Okay, let's keep walking.
Let's keep walking. Hang on. Take a bump of blood snuff. That helps.
As you carry on walking, that is where we are going to draw our session to an end, as Silver is going to join us in our next session and is going to meet Pip and Ildra along with an additional friend. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We have been Roll Together RPG. If you like what you see, we do D&D content on Mondays from 6 p.m. UK time. We also do other streams throughout the week from 12 p.m. UK time. You can find out what we're doing, when we're doing, how we're doing it by joining our Discord and following us on social media, both in the chat or in the link down below. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club, Dice Heads, and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as one of your local currency per month, or one goat, which must be sent to Rod Together HQ by following, again, those links in all of the places. Speaking of all those links in the description down below, if you are watching us on YouTube, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting down below, because it helps the algorithm tell us what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. Finally, a massive thank you for Evie for joining for today's session, and for the next couple of sessions with the others. We will see you all soon. Goodbye.